Hey guys, it's Monday, it's Shayna, and I'm filling in for Haley today. So first off, sorry about the slightly damp hair. I was working outside all day today from about 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. in the 40-degree Celsius weather, 40 degrees Celsius, which is, I think, about 100 degrees Fahrenheit for all you strange Americans and your imperial system. So this is a much better alternative to how I was looking before. So the topics for this week are good, and I like them. And I'm stalling because I can't exactly remember what they are. The topics are, what would you do if you were not out at work and an employee kept using the words fag or faggot, and are you offended by it, or just talking about how to deal with derogatory terms in general? And the second topic is, how do you deal with your thoughts and stuff? Like, do you keep a diary? I used to keep a diary when I was younger. I actually kept a couple of diaries over my childhood and teenage years. I kept my first diary in grade 1 and 2, I think, where I used to journal about very important and relevant issues in my life, like how my family would look and act as octopuses, and about my little sister Emily. Full disclosure, I do not have a little sister named Emily, nor do I have any siblings. I did, however, have my entire grade 1 class, including my teacher, convinced that my little sister Emily did exist. Either that, or they were just being really nice and playing along with my delusions. I also used to keep a diary from about grade 6 until grade 9-ish, and it is just a book filled with straight-up Degrassi-worthy dramatics and teen angst, so there's that. I don't really keep a diary anymore, probably for good reasons. The way I mostly deal with my thoughts is by talking about them out loud, oftentimes with other people, but oftentimes just with myself when I'm home alone and no one else is around. Perhaps a little more frequently than anyone who would otherwise be classified as legally sane would talk to themselves, but I find it helps, so don't judge me. I mean, that's essentially what we do on this channel, I have come to realize. You basically just kind of talk to yourself, but you're talking into a camera, but you're just talking to yourself. There's no one else here, unless you're making the video with someone else, but for the most part it's just all you. But I must say, I actually have found YouTube and making these YouTube videos on these really kind of specific topics actually a really helpful outlet to sort of get my mind going about some of these topics. Like, some of these topics I've never thought of before, but after making a video or after seeing other people's videos on them, I have found myself thinking about them, or just talking out loud to myself about them, because I just fully admitted that I do that to the entire internet. Go Shayna. But honestly though, I think making YouTube videos is actually a really cool way to sort of get your thoughts out and being able to connect with the community and sort of talk and communicate with people, but not person to person and face to face. So if that's kind of not your thing, YouTube videos are a really cool outlet. I mean, you look at people like Daily Grace and or like Jenna Marbles or Hannah Hart, and I think, I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think a lot of them just started out making just kind of regular blogs because, well, I mean, Hannah Hart started out by getting drunk and making food, but, you know, whatever. So making YouTube videos and vlogging and kind of doing what us and many other people on the internet do is kind of a cool way to get your thoughts out and actually be able to speak your thoughts, but also put them out into a community that can give you maybe some feedback on the thoughts. Not always the nicest feedback, but you just gotta ignore those assholes, and that is a whole other issue for another day. And the final thing I wanted to mention about this topic is that if you find yourself starting to have a lot of negative thoughts, whether it be about yourself or about other people, I would highly, highly recommend finding someone else who you can talk with. Being alone with your thoughts and working them out on your own is okay sometimes, but I think it's also always good to sort of find someone who is not in your head and can provide some sort of outside perspective, or just someone who can be there to listen and who you can sort of bounce thoughts and ideas off of. Whether that person is online, like one of us, or if that person is actually in real life, finding someone you feel you can trust and getting out of your own head is oftentimes a really good idea when you're sort of finding that you're having a lot of thoughts and you can't turn your head off. So that's it for me this week. I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of the week, and I will talk to you guys soon. Bye.